let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Jackson. And going deep downfield for Boykin. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football out of the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. First carry now for Gus Edwards. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Jackson. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They'll come out in the pistol. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. J.K. Dobbins with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And he's got it up and through.
Ravens 14, Colts nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Rivers. They'll run the screen with Mack. Mack gets hit, and the ball is free. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play. And they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on first and 10. Here's a give to Dobbins. Room here to run. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on first and 10. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Justin Houston on the stop. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
58, come on. 58, come on. Come on. You better bring it. Hey.
Jackson from the shotgun. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Tucker's kick is good, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy. And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. That's into the hands of Pascal. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
And the Colts first down.
Jaimesito5's his first carry. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. From the 38, Rivers. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 12.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Mack, draw play. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now left side on the swing pass. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Marlon Mack. 4 yards on the pickup.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
That's how we do, D. That's how we do. They don't want none of this.
A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And that'll set them back 5. They need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They run the counter. Dobbins. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. They get 1 yard back there to make it 2nd and 14.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down.
58, boy, 58, 58. Come on. Watch the curve, watch the curve. Go, 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 go.
And he'll go down right on the edge edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Xavier Rhodes.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. From the gun, Jackson. He can run for it, and he will. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Rivers. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Play action now. Rivers looking deep for Hilton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 44-yard line.
Second and 12 now at the 44-yard line. Operating from the gun. Jackson stepping up. He's going to keep Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. The big fella. He's at the 50. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Gain on the play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Rivers. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Touchdown,
Michael Thomas, 28 yards. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
The kick is good.
And this one through the uprights and good.
Ravens 17, Colts 7.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 43. A handoff running left is Dobbins. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Second and 9 from the 44. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
10 at the 45-yard line.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On the counter, Ingram's got the first down and more. And down to the 27-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Darius Leonard blew that play up.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Third and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He hit his first one. This from 44 yards out now. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt. Obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Isaiah Rodgers on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, Rivers. He'll get this one to Pittman. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. Rivers to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Off the play fake here. Rivers. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Rivers on 4th down. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. On 1st down, it's Hines. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And the Colts 1st down.
On play action, Rivers. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. They run the counter. Dobbins. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Kenny Moore. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Rivers going to bring the Colts up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Following the interception here, Rivers looking deep for Hilton. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again, Rivers. Side is his running back. It's complete downfield. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Play fake, Rivers. The toss here completed to Pittman. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Rivers now to throw on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
6 at the 20-yard line.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're down 2 scores, and they need a quick one to try and get back into this one. That was one way to try and get it done. Unsuccessful in the attempt, but they have no choice but to keep trying.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They go play action. Rivers. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown.
To Michael Thomas.
Michael Thomas. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14.
Ravens.
So time here for the onside kick and then the 2-minute warning. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.